Welcome to The Soul Work. The Soul Work is a weekly show focused on LGBT self-help. My name is Gina, and through The Soul Work I invite you to join me on a journey. I'm taking you on a journey to reveal who you really are, underneath all those layers that you've built up over the years to protect yourself. Now, one layer most of us have is around money. Money doesn't grow on trees. Or does it? That's what we're talking about in this week's episode. I have this memory of when I was 12 years old. I wanted to go skiing with school. There was this big ski trip organised and I desperately wanted to go. Back then, my dad worked away. He was a long-distance lorry driver, only returning once a week for a few hours. Money was very tight back then, with my mum solely responsible for 3 young kids. And I remember that I really wanted to go skiing. All of my friends were going. It was the talk of the school. I wanted to ask my mum, but deep down, I already knew the answer. Eventually, I plucked up the courage to ask her. And I remember she was sitting in the armchair, my brothers were outside playing, I could hear them. "Do you see that money tree out there in the back garden?" she said, pointing out of the window. "Money doesn't grow on trees, you know." I felt dejected. I felt deflated. I felt upset that I was not going to be able to have that experience with my friends. But I didn't let it show. I didn't want my mum to feel bad in any way. So I internalised it. Over the years, I continued to hear talk of this money tree out there in the back garden. And I know that millions of kids all over the world, from different backgrounds, different cultures, and in different languages, they're all hearing talk of this money tree. Let me take you back to 1968. I want to tell you the story of a little girl who found a real love of reading early on in life. She learned to read at the age of 3. Her grandma taught her. Her mother lived in extreme poverty and she moved away to earn a living, leaving the girl with her grandma just until she could provide for her. The girl, she spent her early years in Mississippi with her grandma, and she moved around a little bit as a child. She moved to live with her mother and then on to Nashville to live with her dad. At the age of 9, she was sexually abused, and this continued for a few years. The girl, she started to act out. She would skip school, she was dating boys, and she'd steal money from her mother. Coming from a low-income family and mixing with wealthy kids at an affluent high school, she was embarrassed by her financial situation, and so she stole money from her mother's purse to try to fit in with her peers. Fitting in was essential to this girl. You see, she was the only African American student in an all-white school. So let's fast forward 50 years. This woman, she broke ground by becoming one of the richest self-made women in America. Her net worth is $2.8 billion. So she's gone from extreme poverty to America's first black billionaire. So who is this girl? Who is she? I am, of course, talking about Oprah Winfrey. From a young age, Oprah, she had this belief that she would make something of herself, despite all of those challenges she experienced in those early days. All those messages that you heard as a child, you have a choice. You can accept the illusion that's being created for you, or you can create your own reality. You have the power to limit or expand what you get in life, and it all starts with the thoughts that you think. Money is energy, and wealth is a state of mind. Think negatively and you'll experience scarcity and lack. Think of money with love, gratitude and appreciation, and you'll increase your wealth and your happiness. There's only one thing that blocks or restricts your wealth, and that is you. If you're interested in changing the way that you think about money, listen up. In February, I'm launching a 3-month course to work on your money mindset. At the end of the course, you'll know exactly what's going on and you'll be back in control of your finances. You will have changed the conversation and have a whole new outlook on money, spending and debt, and you'll know exactly what actions to take to increase your income. We'll look at practical ways to generate more money, both in your business but also from the day-to-day stuff that you're doing. You'll get super clear on where you are in terms of debt, income and all that other good stuff. And most importantly, you'll break down the beliefs, the story and the fears that you have about money that are getting in your way. Fancy it? Well, if you do, more details can be found using the link in the description below. Check it out and let me know if you want to join us. And listen, if you're not already, follow me on Instagram and Facebook for daily wisdom. And if you like this episode, make sure you hit that like button, share it with your friends, and be sure to subscribe to my channel. Now, remember, there's only one thing that blocks or restricts your wealth, and that is you. And you've got the power to change that in a heartbeat. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time on The Soul Work.